So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We now begin the session 3 of the Conclave, focused on a theme that is fundamental to the future of Indian agriculture: the role of institutions in powering farm growth. From financial access and rural infrastructure to innovation funding and capacity building, institutions play a critical role in enabling transformation at the grassroots. In this session, we bring together some of the most prominent voices from banking, policy development, and research institutions who are helping drive inclusive and scalable farm growth across the country. And we are honored to welcome our moderator for this session, a seasoned journalist and a trusted name in agribusiness reportage, Mr. Mrithyunjay Jha, commodity editor and anchor at Zee Business. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. Mrithyunjay Jha. Mr. Jha has closely tracked India's agricultural economy and commodity markets for over 2 decades and continues to lead important dialogues on farming, rural finance, and agri-policy on national platforms. A warm welcome to you, sir. We invite Mr. Saurabh Khanna, Managing Director and CEO, National E-Repository Limited. He leads one of India's key agri-infrastructure institutions, enabling farmers to digitize their produce through electronic warehouse receipts, thereby improving liquidity and price realization in agriculture trade. We welcome Mr. Govind Goyal, Chief General Manager, State Bank of India, representing India's largest public sector bank. He oversees rural and agriculture banking operations, playing a vital role in credit delivery, financial literacy, and farmer empowerment across regions. We also welcome Dr. G.R. Chintala. He is the Chairman, Multi-Commodity Exchange Limited, banking in one of the most unique agricultural geographies of India, Jammu and Kashmir. Her work focuses on improving credit access and entrepreneurship in fragile zones. Invite Mr. Rajshri Banerjee, Vice President Banking, leads Connect Services Private Limited. As the intersection of data science and agri-finance, Mr. Banerjee is enabling tech-led risk assessment and credit solutions for farmers, insurers, and financial institutions, thereby boosting agri-lending efficiency. And those words of introduction, I hand over to Mr. Jha to kindly carry forward the discussions for this crucial session. I would request you, sir, if you could kindly close around 1 o'clock. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And I'm really very honored to be here to moderate this very interesting panel, and we have very excellent panelists present here. The topic is role of institution in powering farm growth, and this is very, very interesting topic, very buzzing topic. So I hope we get some excellent insights from our panelists. और जब हम फार्म ग्रोथ की बात करते हैं और उसमें रोल ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशन की बात करते हैं, तो वो इसलिए भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि इंडिया इतनी बड़ी एग्री इकोनॉमी है, इतना बड़ा कंजम्पशन का मार्केट है हमारा, और इस मार्केट में इंस्टीट्यूशन के रोल के बगैर फार्म ग्रोथ को आगे बढ़ाना या एक लेवल तक ले जाना, इट्स वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट. तो बहुत ज़रूरी है कि इंस्टीट्यूशन के रोल को समझा जाए, अवेयरनेस उसको लेकर फैलाया जाए, और इंस्टीट्यूशन के रोल को कैसे हम स्ट्रेंथन करें, कैसे मजबूत करें, उसके ऊपर बहुत मजबूती से काम करने की ज़रूरत है. तो मेरा पहला सवाल गोयल साहब आपसे ही होगा, क्योंकि हम बात कर रहे हैं कि इंस्टीट्यूशन का फार्म ग्रोथ में क्या रोल है, और बिकॉज यू आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग SBI, इंडियाज़ लार्जेस्ट बैंक, और फार्म में भी आपका सबसे ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन है एग्री एक्टिविटी में. आप ज़रा बताएं कि मतलब चूँकि आप ग्राउंड पे प्रैक्टिकल काम करते हैं, किस तरह की ग्रोथ पोटेंशियल आपको इस सेगमेंट में दिख रही है, और जब आप एग्री एक्टिविटी से लिंक्ड हैं, जुड़े हुए हैं, तो क्या ये बहुत स्मूथ है या आपको लगता है कि बहुत कुछ करना अभी बाकी है?
Good afternoon. First of all, thank you Agriculture Today for calling us and giving us opportunity. And now I come to thank you, Jasa. It's a really very pertinent question. And simply I say, a country is so big, and now agriculture, food is not only for what we call 2 times requirement of a person, but now time has come to move from production to commercial agriculture. And see, recently, I think day before yesterday, I received one mail under which the government of India has decided 32 lakh crore ground level credit for agriculture. So this is the volume, you can see a finance volume is there. So 32 lakh crore. So definitely no one is having that much amount to finance agriculture except financial institutes, which includes banks. Banks means all scheduled commercial banks, and scheduled commercial banks means again public sector banks, private sector banks, regional rural banks, cooperative banks, and others, plus NBFC, MFIs also now started playing a very important role. But here I want to say that in coming days what I see, if we analyze the data, 85% farmers, almost 12.5 crore farmers, who are called small and marginal farmers, which are having a less than 2 hectare land. But total land holding is only 47% of the land, the cultivable land of the country. It means 15% farmers who are supposed to be having a more than 2 hectare land, so we can say medium-sized farmers or high class farmers, or owning 53% of the land holding. So now time has come to start focusing on 15% farmers who are holding 53% cultivable lands also. So that when we talk about the profitability in the agriculture, we generally having a backup mind, small and marginal farmers, that we need to move from the large size farmers also who are owning the big ticket size of this one. So a bank is also working on it, especially State Bank of India. So what concept we are developing and the philosophy we are having, and now let us move from producer to processor. Once producer means the farmer who is producing the crops, let him give the opportunity to become a processor also. And along with this, the government of India has done a really excellent work by launching the many schemes under Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme of the government. So one of these Agri Infrastructure Fund. This is called post-harvest financing. One of my colleague, previous panel is saying that the pre-harvest finance is available, but there is a crunch in the post-harvest. Okay. So that government is also thinking, thanks to government, that Agri Infrastructure Fund scheme is launched, and I am happy that as on date, the last 5 years, more than 1.5 lakh applications have been sanctioned, amounting to 66,000 crore. This is the volume. And if we talk about the SBI is participate almost 32% applications bank has sanctioned. So that for creation of the warehouses, whether it's a cold storage, whether it's a dry storage, or whether it's a logistic, whether it's a first level processing, whether it's a second level processing, all put together can be financed under Agri Infra Fund scheme. And similarly, that what bank is having one more scheme we call agriculture, food and enterprise loan. So ultimately, food processing is the future of the country.
Right.
In coming days.
You rightly just pointed out food processing is very potential sector.
Yes, sir.
But just I want to ask one more question. As you said, SBI is the largest financer for agriculture sector. So it's your compulsion or it's your passion?
No, it's not a compulsion. See, be frank, it's a business organization, and the target is profit making. Profitability should be because we are responsible, answerable to the market shareholders. And the government of India, 57% equity from the government and remain some from the market. So we are answerable to, and I am happy that you might be all aware that State Bank of India has become a country's #1 profit-making company. Even that Reliance is also behind the State Bank of India. So that profit is being generated, but see, we are trying to explore new avenues. What I mentioned, that why we only confine to 47% land holding. We are, along with 47, I am not saying we are not doing KCC, Kisan Credit Card for small and marginal farmers. In our book, we are having almost 1.25 lakh, approximately 1.25 lakh crore portfolio of the Kisan Credit Card. And as a bank, we are having more than 1.5 crore farmers in our book. So that is not a compulsion. It's exploring the new avenues to improve the profit and profitability for the bank. So that's why bank is moving towards what we call agri and food enterprise loan. I mentioned for food processing industry, and what I mentioned, 53% HNI farmers who are having more than 2 hectare lands. Their requirement is different. What KCC requirement is scale of finance, land holding, which is decided by DLTC or SLBC. We have brought one product called the KSR, Kisan Samriddhi Rin. This is applicable for the progressive farmers who want to do scientific, who want to adopt the scientific approach for the crop production. So that's my two important products are really now becoming a horse selling type something like, and it's giving a good result to the bank. Okay, and fine, all these things.
Yeah, it's really very interesting that post-harvest finance is very important, and how you manage it's very important. So, अब सर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ खन्ना साहब, because you are representing National E-Repository Limited. What's your thought? How digital ecosystem is helpful for post-harvest finance?
So thanks all. So this was regarding National E-Repository was formed a couple of years ago, and State Bank of India, NABARD, ICICI and NCDEX are our promoting institution. We work under the government organization known as WDRA, who gives us the directions for all these activities. Post-harvest, as you rightly said, Mrityunjay has not got the benefit as the pre-harvest have got in the overall ecosystem of agriculture financing. Even though people talk about pre-harvest at 12 lakh crore, but when they talk about post-harvest, it is in thousands of crores only, which is very minimal as compared to the deposit of overall food grains which are lying in the storage activity. And I don't blame the system, because most of the current financing is only happening to the traders. We still have not gone at the farmer level, which are only been given 2% of this entire scheme benefit. Some of the schemes which recently the government has launched, which is more with respect to credit guarantee scheme, like we had given to MSME. A similar scheme has been launched by DFPD, where 1,000 crore guarantee has been given to banks, that in case if there are losses that the banks are suffering, obviously then these guarantee schemes can take care of the same. Infrastructure, yes, as Goel Saab said, AIF has been one of the trigger point for creating the infrastructure sector, but post-harvest financing requires a lot to be done, because one, the storage facility per se is not available at the farm gate. So we require those kinds of storage facilities, which was also discussed in the last particular panel of PACS, which is the cooperative societies. If those cooperative societies can open a small storage facilities near the farm gate, it will help the farmers at least to put their produce and get advantage of it, and also help in to an extent creating the minimization of the losses. But whatever I heard from the last panel on the price point, that since for the next couple of months there would be more of a stability or a subdued trend, I hope that the traders and the farmers still continue to keep the storage live. Otherwise, in case if they are paying rentals, if they are paying interest to the banks for those particular commodity, and if they are not seeing an upswing in the commodity prices, then it will not matter much to them. They will still sell it off to the local artiya.
Good. Really, it's very challenging and it's very important. So now, ma'am, your turn, and I would like to ask what experience you would like to share for J&K agriculture pattern and agri finance system in J&K. It's on.
Yeah, good afternoon, panel and all others sitting here. Since J&K Bank, the major presence of our bank is in the UT itself, and the focus of our leadership, especially present leadership, has been that for the UT, our emphasis is going to be agriculture sector, henceforth also, as it has been till now. So as Sir said that, agri sector, since banks, they have this a role of bridging that gap between the credit requirement. So J&K Bank has been at the forefront, mainly also by virtue of being the UTLBC convener for 12 districts of J&K. And it has been the endeavor of the bank that since the UT government itself is quite proactive in coming up with various schemes to, which could go a long way in not just bridging this gap, but also increasing the productivity of the farmers per se. So it has been, a J&K Bank it is the endeavor to be on the same page by virtue of designing their products. Right. The way, the government has come up with their subsidy-linked program of holistic agriculture development, wherein 29 projects have been identified. So bank has obviously it has stepped up and designed its product in line with the vision of the government. Apart from being there in, as Sir said, the KCC or the Agriculture Infra Fund that has been floated.
We just also want to know what type of challenges you really face on the ground when you are going to implement these type of schemes or go for these type of offers.
See, there was this one survey that was conducted that for, the literacy level on ground, if you see for J&K rural area, that literacy level in even knowing about the various schemes that are available there, that is on a lower side as compared with the maybe the counterparts in other states. So to kind of address that part of it, the knowledge gap, our bank has been quite proactive in conducting programs in collaboration with the university, the agriculture university based both in Jammu and Kashmir, in holding these intensive literacy camps. And since our presence in rural area, the branch penetration of J&K is close to 55% of our branches there are based in rural areas. And in some way or the other, I think each household has a connect, whether it's by way of, somebody already working with the bank or anybody else having a banking relation, whether by virtue of credit or otherwise. So that relationship touches almost every household, if I may say. So to kind of build on that, we have held and we are holding intensive literacy camps to kind of, disseminate knowledge about the credit products that are that is, apart from credit products that we have designed, conducting financial literacy camps, and also being part of, certain projects that the agri-universities have come up with. There was this Apple density program in which J&K Bank, was a very proactive participant. And based on the success of that, horticulture department has introduced 12 more fruits for this particular program. So that's more about
it's
it.
very, very interesting. But the inclusivity is also a important part for agri credit. So, Mr. Banerjee, can you please give us some insights how to bring inclusivity in agri credit?
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks to the Agriculture Today group for giving Leads Connect a platform over here. Thanks for your question also, and it's very important on the part of inclusivity, specifically on the financing part when we speak about in the farm sector. So I have got 4 perspectives which I have just noted down while I was sitting over here. Just 4 perspectives, I think, and this is very, it's very linked to the very ground level reality which I would like to mention. The first one is power building. I'm not saying value addition, I'm saying power building. So what I'm trying to say is this, that institutions, it should not be looking at only giving loans or credit to a farmer or a farmer allied areas or society. They should also look at how to empower that particular entity to do their work, to do their entire value chain activity they should be finishing. So from the A to Z, if a farmer needs to find a solution, so that type of a solution, the institution should be hand-holding the farmer or the entity or the allied activity over there to complete that entire activity. So that is what I mean to say about power building. So it's not only completing your work by financing, it's also about hand-holding them to find a suitable linkage. It's also about hand-holding them to find a particular method or technique. So the entire value chain, that needs to be looked at when you are looking at inclusivity. The second the perspective which I look at is mindset financing. So why I'm saying mindset financing, because mostly when financing is done today, it is being done on the basis of the credit profile of the farmers or the entities. Now over here, I'd like to mention that today there are a lot of alternate data sources which is present. So in the Leads Connect, we do a lot of risk analysis through satellite imageries. So we do geomapping of the farmlands. We do climate estimations. We do risk analysis on the basis of acreage, yield, infestations, and there are 42 or more indices in which we do these type of analysis. So what I'm trying to say is this, that today there are a lot of alternate data sources. The UPI, Aadhaar, there are a lot of digital public infrastructure which is available from which data can be analyzed and a modeling can be done. In this particular aspect, I think RBI is doing a great work. They have brought in a new concept of ULI, that is the Universal Lending Interface. So I think that will be a game changer in respect of farm economy and farm lending. Also, NABARD, they are very soon they are going to bring about Grameen credit score. Again, this will be a great game changer in respect of rural financing. So these are some of the initiatives which is being taken care by the regulators and also the regulating body, but we have to look at in this particular aspect alternate models of financing. The third part is Apna Sathi. So again, this is very important that today, the farmers, they have mobiles, but do they know how to operate an app? So you need to, appoint certain influencers, certain sathis, certain touch points at those locations. A bank or an NBFC or a financial institution, they have restrictions in respect of serving the customer. They have a radius, maybe 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, on the basis of which they can serve a customer on the basis of lending. But what about those farmers, those people who are beyond those boundaries? So there has to be some digital touch points who can help them in those particular aspect of getting loans, etc. So that is very important in respect of, getting the farmer lending done deep into the rural ecosystem. Last but not the least, as ma'am said, I agree with her, literacy, bharosa. See, ultimately, the farm ecosystem or the farmers, they need to have a trust in the system. Now, if they want to have a trust in the system, how do you do that? The first and important thing is you need to make them literate. You need to, make them more literate in respect of financial transactions. They need to know what is a loan, what are the products which is there in the loan. So that type of a trust, it should be there. I recall there was a campaign by the entity, by the regulator, mutual fund sahi hai. So it was a campaign which was very good in respect of deriving trust in the system. So those type of campaigns will definitely help in this particular aspect. I think these are few points from my perspective in respect of how we can increase the inclusivity.
Okay, very interesting. But Goel Sahab, what we are discussing here, because you are the largest bank, so can you please tell us, do you think the agri-finance mechanism, agri-finance system really transparent, or you think there should be some improvement?
See, I will say it's a completely transparent. And secondly, it's going to...
Transparent, easy.
And then I will coming to this point, the way development are taking place, it's going to be more convenient to the customer, the farmers also. Right now, you go to the Jan Samarth portal. If you are the farmer of the Karnataka government, up to 2 lakh rupees KCC you can get immediately within 15-20 minutes. And right now, Agriculture Department, Agri stake of the Government of India, almost generated more than 5 crore farmer IDs. It means the more than 5 crore farmers' land records has been digitized. And that, as per the target, by March 26 is going to be 100%. And so Karnataka was the first state because the state government was having this concept. But now, that already the last week or last week, that Government of India, then respect to state government and PSB Alliance, who is working on the Jan Samarth portal, that Bihar, Maharashtra and Kerala, this also is going to online on the Jan Samarth portal. Similarly, Gujarat, MP, Rajasthan and UP, almost their farmer IDs almost complete. Some legal issues are going to be solved. But what I am confident that within 1 year down the line, farmer will be able to get a loan at his home itself. No need to visit the branch even for that point of view. So that ease we are not means only SBI, but others, that Government of India and the Agri Stake, Minister of Farmer Welfare, Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, all put together are working to make a life ease and the convenient for the farmer and to get a loan, hassle-free loan to this one. And even go beyond this one, we have requested to the government also, let us have a uniform stamp duty across the country.
Right.
So it will be more and more convenient, and it will be convenient for digitize also.
Okay.
And see, I give one example. I will take one simple thing because I am heading the government sponsored schemes also. So PM Swanidhi, out of almost 1 crore PM Swanidhi, all banks have distributed. Out of this 30 to 33 lakh, SBI also has distributed. But what I found, even initially people were not coming to take a loan. Then we did DDE journey, digital document execution. So by sitting at his home, that PM Swanidhi beneficiary is getting the loan. We need not to visit the branch now. Similarly, PM Vishwakarma, we are in the process to complete the DDE journey. So he need not to visit the branch. By sitting at home, he will get a OTP at the mobile, and this mobile account number is linked, GEM Trinity, what we call is linked. Then he got OTP and give the OTP, and the document will get executed.
So
Similarly, we are going
small
to...
farmers are also participating in this ecosystem, or these are for only...
No, see, PM
big
Swanidhi means you can see all small persons.
No, I'm
PM
just
Vishwakarma also is small.
asking for awareness point of view.
Yeah.
The small farmers are aware of it, or you think there is some lack of
obviously I will
information?
not say as on date all farmers are aware, because it's so big country, and we are, because it's the initial phase, we are doing in phased manner. So definitely more and more outreach programs required, and I am happy and thanks to the Ministry of Agriculture that last month they also conduct a outreach program. And as a banker, I also conduct Andata Mahotsav in the 3rd week of the December, on the 23rd December being the Farmer Day. And 9 to 13 June also we conduct Agri Loan Awareness Week among all the RUSU branches of the country. So that it's an outreach program, and create awareness is a continuous process. And technology also evolving very fast. So what you trained 1 year back may not be applicable today also, but obviously it's a continuous process, and the banks and other stakeholders, especially government, also creating awareness on this.
Okay, fine. So Khanna Sahab, what's your experience and what's your take? Do you think the digital ecosystem, the farmers are aware enough for the digital ecosystem, or what challenges you face on the ground when you are going to do something digital with the farmers?
So, Mrityunjay, दो बातें हैं इसमें. Anyway, farmer are now more aware about the digital technology. That is okay, because most of the farmers are now having smartphones in which they normally take inputs with respect to their own agriculture land and other activities. उसको कैसे बढ़ावा मिले. But in case like we get a loan in a urban area, जहाँ पे आपको 2 मिनट के अंदर लोन आपके अकाउंट में पैसा आ जाता है, बिकॉज यू हैव सो मच इन्फॉर्मेशन, बैकग्राउंड इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट द क्लाइंट, वो इन्फॉर्मेशन अभी फार्मर लेवल पे हमारे पास नहीं है. बट जैसे बैनर्जी जी ने कहा कि ऑल्टरनेट सोर्स ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशंस भी देखनी चाहिए, जिसके बेसिस पे हम इन फार्मर्स को एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट प्रोवाइड कर सकें, और सेम डिजिटल तरीके से जैसे कि हम अर्बन एरिया में देते हैं. Most of the time you will feel that the farmers who would be in the age group of 50 and above, they might not be so conversant, but आप उनके बच्चों को देखेंगे, they are very conversant with respect to all the devices that are normally being used, और उसको किस तरीके से आप चला सकते हैं. So अभी जैसे कि गोयल साहब ने बताया कि जन समर्थ में जो नया इनिशिएटिव है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फार्मर एंड वेलफेयर का, उसमें आप पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट के लिए भी सिमिलर तरीके से एप्लीकेशन आप डाल सकते हैं, और आपके पास 4 या 5 बैंकों का रेट आपके पास सामने आ जाएगा कि आपको खुद चुनना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा बैंक से आप लोन लेना चाहते हैं. बट जो चैलेंजेस हमने देखे कि ये जो इनिशियल एप्लीकेशन डिजिटल डालनी है उस फार्मर को, वो 5 पन्ने का जो फॉर्म भरना है वो पेनफुल है. सो वो उसको कोई ना कोई असिस्टेड जर्नी उसको चाहिए रहेगी, चाहे वो बिज़नेस कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंट हो बैंक का, या बैंक के ब्रांच मैनेजर्स हो, या कोई थर्ड पार्टी हो जो उसको ये हेल्प आउट कर सके कि कैसे ये किया जाए. सो काफ़ी सारे प्रोसेस और प्रक्रिया तो चल रही है कि फार्मर्स को ईज़ किया जाए, बट यस वो उन तक पहुंचना और उसका यूसेज करने में अभी समय है.
ओके फाइन. अब चूँकि यहाँ पाशा पटेल साहब भी आए हुए हैं, महाराष्ट्र CACP के चेयरमैन हैं और किसानों के बड़े नेता हैं, और हम वही बात कर रहे हैं कि जो हमारा बैंकिंग सिस्टम है, जो डिजिटल सिस्टम है, उसको फार्मर से कैसे हम जोड़ सकते हैं, और उसको लेकर के क्या कुछ ग्राउंड पे काम हो रहा है. तो गर्ल साहब, चूँकि पाशा जी यहाँ पे हैं, तो अब एक एग्री लोन और जो बाकी लोन है उसमें एक मेजर डिफरेंस ये है, मतलब जैसे किसी को कार खरीदने के लिए लोन चाहिए तो वो ले लेते हैं, घर खरीदने के लिए चाहिए तो लोन ले लेते हैं, लेकिन एग्री लोन को लेकर जब फार्मर आते हैं लेते हैं तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा उसको लेके पैशनेट नहीं रहते हैं कि हम एग्री लोन ले रहे हैं तो अगर हमने 6% या 4%, 5% का इंटरेस्ट दिया तो हमको उससे ज़्यादा फ़ायदा होगा। इस मतलब उसको एक कमर्शियल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से नहीं देखते हैं। एक तो बहुत क्राइसिस में होता है तो वो ले लेते हैं, पहली बात। दूसरी बात कि उनके दिमाग में ये भी चल रहा होता है कि ठीक है अभी ले लो, 3 साल बाद कुछ स्कीम आ जाएगी लोन वेवर की तो लोन वेव हो जाएगा। तो उनका इंटेंशन मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा कमर्शियल नहीं होता है। इस माइंडसेट पे आप क्या, चूँकि आप ग्राउंड पे काम करते हैं बहुत बड़े स्केल पे, क्या इस माइंडसेट से आपको फेस करना पड़ता है और इस माइंडसेट को चेंज कैसे किया जाए?
ये आपका बड़ा अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, लिटिल बिट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आल्सो बिकॉज आई कैन नॉट गिव स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर, बट रियली सी इन एग्रीकल्चर की जब बात करते हैं तो लो टिकट हाई वॉल्यूम इज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज फॉर बैंकर. So my OPEX cost is very high. So then that's why we are transferring, we are migrating to the digital journey. So what I mentioned is the Jan Samarth, and Jan Samarth and what RBIH also is working a little is because both are the different platforms, so their working is different, their working is different. So digital is the one solution, and believe me, almost more than 5 crore farmer registry already has been done by the government of India. Once it is 100% done, then everything will be digitally available. So the farmer need not to visit revenue authority to get जैसे महाराष्ट्र में 7/12 कहलाता है, राजस्थान में खसरा खतौनी कहलाती है, that will be readily available with us. And secondly, that KCC we have to review every year. So suppose I am having 75 lakh KCC. So 75 lakh KCC I have to review, and once I review then I need a land record also कि भाई ऐसा तो नहीं उसने लैंड बेच दी हो या बच्चों को बांट दी हो या और किसी दूसरे बैंक से तो लोन नहीं ले लिया हो. तो बिकॉज इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन में भी नाउ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज लॉन्च ए किसान ऋण पोर्टल that is also doing unique verification through Aadhaar. Right. So all these things you have to verify. So if you go physically, then it's a very Herculean task. But now this digital is making life very comfortable. Exactly. Not today, but you see after 1 year or 2 years, completely sea change will be there in this industry.
Right. मैम अब एक समझ चुकी आप बैंकिंग को ठीक से समझती हैं, क्या ये प्रॉब्लम ग्राउंड पे आप भी फेस करती हैं कि कई बार हमने सुना कि जो लोन वेवर या इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन स्कीम के का फ़ायदा कुछ ऐसे लोग उठाते हैं कि 4% पे लोन लिया, 6% पे कहीं पार कर दिया एग्रीकल्चर के नाम पे. क्या इस तरह के इंसिडेंट आते हैं? डू यू हैव एनी एक्सपीरियंस ऑन दैट?
मृत्युंजय जी, आई थिंक यू नो कोटिंग एनी पर्टिकुलर किसी चीज़ का हवाला विदाउट एनी ग्राउंड वेरिफिकेशन वुड नॉट बी फेयर. सो बट आई वुड जस्ट एड ऑन टू व्हाट गोयल सर हैज सेड दैट जो डिजिटलाइजेशन है, जैसे फॉर अस ऑल्सो वीव डन अ straight through renewal processing for KCC. We have introduced that. So जो renewal है वो हमारा उसके लिए you don't need to for up to particular limit उसमें branch visit, personal visit की requirement नहीं है, क्योंकि as we know that mobiles have actually they have made such an inroad in our country, and it has been used in so many industries in a positive way, and definitely it has had a big impact on banking, the way banking has been evolving over the years. तो taking cue from that, हमने जो जैसे हमारे the at the drop of the hat your personal loan will be credited, आप अपना ये log in कर लीजिए, तो हमने KCC renewals को कुछ हद तक उसमें उस ambit में लाया है, and we have seen the difference that it has made to our OPEX cost also. So but coming to what you said, I think that psyche of the waiver and all, if it is there in the country at large, you cannot kind of take away this sector from there. So somewhere down the line, it could be there. But as Mr. Banerjee's also said, you know, the other alternate score methods for you to keep track. And also even RBI is, you know, coming up with that unique identification per borrower. So once that also gets there, तो वो काफ़ी सारे गैप्स को प्लग करने में हेल्प कर
ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. लेकिन मिस्टर बैनर्जी, लास्ट क्वेश्चन, what role you see of agri insurance companies? क्या आपको लगता है कि जो एग्रीकल्चर इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज़ हैं वो अपना रोल ठीक से प्ले कर पा रही हैं आप पूरे एग्री इकोसिस्टम में, या आपको लगता है कि वहाँ बहुत मिसमैच है, अगर आपको ओरिजिनल इंक्लूसिविटी चाहिए तो वहाँ पे काम करना पड़ेगा?
See, again, for the agri insurance, if you were saying, so in this particular topic, I would like to mention that, see, the main, the basic problem is on the awareness part. See, whether it is banking or whether it is insurance, that level of awareness, a basic farmer, he does not have that awareness. तो इसके लिए अब जो issues हो रहा है, जो mismatch हो रहा है, gaps हो रहा है, it is because of the awareness, because उनका expectations different है, insurance company का expectation different है, bank का expectation different है, and that mismatch can only be bridged by an awareness. So वो awareness level हम लोगों को, it will never happen overnight, ये हम लोगों को you know, in the process करना पड़ेगा. There are, you know, I know banks are doing a lot of work in respect of financial literacy.
Right.
RBI is doing it, NABARD is doing it. So everybody is doing in that particular progress.
Okay,
so
fine.
once I think this is being done, these type of issues will be sorted out.
Exactly. Fine. Last हमारा पैनल का है. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन आप में से कोई पूछना चाह रहा हूँ, if anybody want to ask any question. Yes sir, please.
सर, मैं SBI के जो साहब है ना, उनसे सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ कि 60-70% लोग जिस बिजनेस पे डिपेंड है, तुम्हारा जो लोन है वो इंडस्ट्री को कितना जाता है, और 60-70% लोग जिस इंडस्ट्री पे डिपेंड है उनको लोन कितना दिया जाता है, ये अगर बताएंगे ना तो क्या है कि हम जो भी घोषणा करते हैं ना, घोषणा हम हमारी तरफ से बहुत अच्छे करते हैं, लेकिन नीचे जो तकलीफ होती है ना, वो तकलीफ कैसी है, तो ये आंकड़ा अगर सामने आएगा ना तो पता चलेगा चल रहा है क्या देश में.
डेटा रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है तो थोड़ा बता पाना बड़ा मुश्किल है. मैं एक मिनट इतना बता सकता हूँ कि जो नाबार्ड का होता है हर साल एग्रीकल्चर के लिए डिसबर्समेंट वो लगभग 25 से 26 लाख करोड़ होता है, और सारे बैंकों का मिला के, सारे NBFC, MFI और कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी जो सबका मिला के, अब इस साल नाबार्ड का जो आया शायद 32 लाख करोड़ आया है जो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर को जाएगा. ये फिगर मुझे याद है. इंडस्ट्री को हर बैंक का अपना कितना जाता है वो अपना अपना बैंक का है. और
नहीं सर, मैं बाकी सारों का नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ सर.
हाँ.
प्लीज सिर्फ आपके बैंक का पूछ रहा हूँ.
हाँ, नहीं तो मेरे बैंक का एग्रीकल्चर का 3.5 लाख करोड़ है. बाकी SME का ये सब डेटा मुझे यहाँ, बिकॉज मैं एग्रीकल्चर देख रहा हूँ तो
टोटल चुप अंदाज बताओ ना सर कि 70% लोग हैं उनको हम कितने परसेंट लोन देते, और इधर जो 10-20%, 30% है इनको कितना देते. ऐसा अगर पता चलेगा ना, तो मेरी छोटी बात क्या है सर, ये आपको दोष दे देना नहीं है मुझे इन्होंने जो मेरा परिचय करवा दिया ना कि मैं एग्रीकल्चर प्राइस कमीशन का चेयरमैन हूं, इसलिए वो अगर मेरा परिचय अगर नहीं देते थे तो मैं सवाल पूछता भी नहीं था. आपको पता है कि मैं लूँगा तो मैं बाद में से आपको देने के लिए आऊँगा नहीं. मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको कि देखिए, पैडी एक ऐसा क्रॉप है सर, शुगर केन के एरिया में जो गांव की जो सोसाइटी है जो फार्मर लोन देती है क्रेडिट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी है ना, वो शुगर केन के एरिया में 2 फ्लोर 3 फ्लोर 4 फ्लोर वो क्रेडिट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के बिल्डिंग है सर। और जहाँ पे पैडी है ना, वहाँ पे वो क्रेडिट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी की जगह ही नहीं है, बिल्डिंग का तो छोड़ दो। इसका मतलब क्या है, देता है लेता है देता है लेता है, ब्याज मिलता है वो बड़ा होता है, जहाँ देता भी नहीं और दिए तो वापस आता भी नहीं, वो होता ही नहीं। तो ये जो सबसे बड़ा जो विषय है, ये विषय को हल करने के लिए तुम्हारे पास से भी क्यों, तो तुम्हारा भी तो कुछ शब्द चलते हैं ना, तो तुम भी अगर बोलेंगे ना तो इनको अगर मुनाफे में लाओगे तो हमारा भी बिजनेस चलेगा, देखो कैसा करना, ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? इसके तरफ कोई देख नहीं रहा है। सुसाइड क्यों कर रहे हैं? उस क्षेत्र के लोग सुसाइड कर रहे हैं, उसका कारण है जीने के सारे रास्ते बंद होने के बाद आखिरी रास्ता सुसाइड होता है। और मैं आपके लिए मैं जीवंत उदाहरण हूँ सर, कि मैं 72 में सुसाइड करने वाला था, 72 में, लेकिन बदकिस्मती से नहीं किया, मैं ये सब देखने का था इसलिए। बराबर है। तो बात यह है कि उस विषय की जड़ तक जाने के लिए हम कोई तैयार नहीं है, ये सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम।
ठीक बात है, वो ये बात जो पाशा जी कह रहे हैं वो ठीक है, लेकिन सर का ये कहना है कि अब जो एग्री में जो फाइनेंस है SBI का, जैसे 3.5 लाख करोड़ आपने बताया, अब वो आपकी बात जो आप जानना चाह रहे हैं डेटा, वो मैं समझ रहा हूँ आप क्या जानना चाह रहे हैं। आप चाह रहे हैं कि भाई इधर है ना, इधर पीनट्स और उधर बौछार वाली बात आप जानना चाह रहे हैं। खैर वो एक अलग, आपकी बात बिल्कुल ठीक है, वो एक अलग डिबेट का इशू हो सकता है कि उस इकोसिस्टम को कैसे ठीक किया जाए। लेकिन हाँ, ये बात ठीक है कि एग्रीकल्चर को लेकर के जो लोन या जो एग्री फाइनेंस की व्यवस्था है, क्या उसको और बेहतर करने की ज़रूरत है, जो बात आप इंडिकेट करें, निश्चित तौर पे उसमें लगातार इम्प्रूवमेंट की गुंजाइश है, उसके ऊपर हम काम करेंगे, वक्त की कमी है। थैंक यू वेरी मच ऑल द पैनलिस्ट फॉर गिविंग सम वेरी एक्सेलेंट इनसाइट्स। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू। एंड
टाइम कम है, अगर मैम आप अलाउ करेंगी तभी। यस
सर, लास्ट क्वेश्चन आप पूछ लीजिए, या आप लंच पे डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे? एवरीबडी ठीक है सर, सुनिए, बताइए। Sir, kindly keep it very short and
Anil
brief.
Handa. As an agriculturist, I just wanted to know, like, if you are a commercial organization or if you are running a factory, तो आपकी जो net current value है assets की, तो agriculture को combine करते हैं, तो how does the lending institutions look at it?
Don't get it.
I could not understand. See,
As an agriculturist, I have an income through agriculture and I have got income through business activities other than agriculture. So if my net current value, if I am going to a bank for non-agriculture loan is different. But as an agriculture, if I have got a multi-layer income source, so how do you look at it, the net current asset value?
no, see, financing is not based on the current asset value. Financing is done based on the assessment, and the assessment is the requirement. So suppose you are coming for KCC loan. KCC is the SOF, scale of finance, is decided by DLTC, government body. And suppose you are going to grow, for example, wheat. Let us, for example, and SOF is 1,000 rupees per acre. This is example I am saying. I mean, you are having a 10 acre land, so your limit will be 10,000 like this thing. Plus 20% your consumption and farm equipment maintenance, plus 10%. So first year you will get a 13,000, then next year again 10% growth you will get. So next year it will be 14,000. So this way, basically it's a need based in the sense, what is exact requirement for doing this activity. So this is defined in agriculture, this is defined all things by the NABARD and DLTC and SLBCs. So it's not a question of what is your net asset. Asset is not coming to, it is not coming into the picture. So basically it depends your need.
Okay, I'll take it offline because I've got a supplement.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'll keep it short.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं इस सत्र के लिए. और we would like to invite Ms. Zaman once again onto the stage to do the honors of felicitating our dignitaries. We present a token of gratitude to our moderator, Mr. Mrityunjay Jha, He's the commodity editor and anchor Z Business. Thank you, sir, for sparing your time and being here with us. We present to Mr. Saurabh Khanna, MD and CEO, NERL. We present to Mr. Govind Goyal, Chief General Manager, State Bank of India. To Ms. Rosie Tikku, Deputy General Manager, J&K Bank. And to Mr. Rajshri Banerjee, Vice President, Banking Leads Connect Services Private Limited. And I would request all our dignitaries to kindly come together for a group photograph. And ladies and gentlemen, with that we close the proceedings of this session, inviting all of you to join us for lunch. Please enjoy your lunch and be back and seated before 2 o'clock for the next session. Thank you.